She says she was eating up to 15 chocolate bars a day. Then a doctor prescribed a GLP-1 medication, and the cravings that once ran her day started to fade. A UK mother shared her story with People, saying she tried to cut back before and couldn't make it stick. The change, she says, wasn't about new willpower. It was about quieting the constant pull towards sweets that felt out of her control.
So what actually changed? In plain English, a GLP-1 drug seems to have turned down the volume on her cravings. Instead of thinking about chocolate from morning to night, she describes feeling satisfied sooner and less driven to reach for another bar.
GLP-1 medications are a class of drugs that copy a hormone your body already makes after you eat. They help the brain and the gut talk to each other. In practice, that can mean you get full faster, your stomach empties more slowly, and the food noise in your head isn't as loud.
Some brand names you may have heard are Ozempic and Wegovy, both made with semaglutide. In the UK, Wegovy is approved for weight management in certain patients, while Ozempic is approved for type 2 diabetes. Doctors say people on these drugs often report less interest in high-calorie foods, especially sweets, and a calmer feeling around eating. That lines up with early research. Studies suggest GLP-1 drugs don't just curb appetite, they also touch parts of the brain linked to reward and habit. For some patients, that means the pull toward foods like chocolate, chips, or sugary drinks eases up. It's important to be clear on the word addiction here. Chocolate addiction isn't a formal medical diagnosis, but strong cravings and binge patterns are real experiences for many people. In this case, the mom used that word to describe how stuck she felt and how different things became after starting her prescription. Doctors also say these medications work best when paired with support, like nutrition guidance, sleep, stress management, and movement. That's because the drug can lower the drive to overeat, but what you do with the quieter brain space still counts. Over time, that's where healthier routines take root. There are limits. These medications are prescriptions. They're not for everyone, and they can have side effects. Common ones include nausea, stomach upset, and constipation, especially when starting or increasing a dose. Clinicians also watch for rarer risks and advise patients on who should avoid them. Access and availability matter too. In the UK, supplies have been tight at times, and NHS guidance focuses use on people who meet certain health criteria. Some people may seek private prescriptions, which brings up cost and monitoring questions. Health officials continue to urge that diabetes patients get priority access to drugs approved for their condition. Another point many people ask about is, what happens if you stop? Appetite and cravings can return when a GLP-1 drug is discontinued. That's one reason doctors talk about long-term plans and ongoing support, so progress doesn't rest on the medication alone. There's also growing interest in how GLP-1 drugs affect other compulsive behaviors. Early studies and patient stories hint at reduced interest in alcohol or nicotine for some users. But these medicines aren't approved as addiction treatments. Researchers are running trials to see what's real, what's placebo, and where the boundaries are. For the mom in the People story, the headline isn't a miracle cure. It's that something finally interrupted a cycle she couldn't break before. Instead of white-knuckling through cravings and then rebounding, she says the desire just wasn't as strong, and that opened the door to choices that felt manageable.